All right, so I don't know if you noticed, but before we even pull up to the scene, to the accident scene, there is a blood red truck just ahead of us. And this is a Ford, of course, this Ford found on road dead. This is implying some sort of I don't know, like maybe a death threat, or maybe this is like AI retrocausation, because they are using devices to get a head start and basically cheat their victim out of a future. So this is what the future looks like for these targets. This is pretty much it right here. So I just wanted to notice that right after the red truck is a white truck, a white box truck. And then bam, there goes the federal agent. Look at, there go the popo thinking they're all bad. Look at, look at, look at, look at. Let me stop. What a fucking cocksucker. So anyways, as we get closer, you can really start to see the bodies. And it looks like we've got a prime suspect right here in black. Watch how the agents do the best that they can to get the prime suspect out of the way. All right. So there's two people over here. Didn't even notice that the first time I did this. Shit. All right, so the guy in the green is off to the right. We've got what looks to be a black male wearing nude. And then behind him, there is what looks to be a white Caucasian male wearing black. And then to the left of that, there's a police officer. So we've got 4 people right here. This fire does tend to, it appears to be spreading. A wildfire does tend to spread pretty rapidly, so it is very dangerous of them to be doing this, to say the least. But I will say, just as I'm investigating really quick, here goes I think the prime suspect is right there in that frame. So anyways, there it goes again. It appears to have started from within the vehicle. Doesn't appear to have started from the outside at all. And once you get a little closer, you'll really be able to see how the flames are actually coming from the inside. And I don't know if you remember, but when I applied for a job at the grocery outlet, look how scary this is. Just traumatic, even just looking at it, like driving past it. Now, all of this split-second stimuli is designed in a way that most people really wouldn't notice it. That's why it is kind of more or less along the lines of dark magic, black magic, shadow work, stuff like this. Lesser magic. I heard a pastor call it lesser magic one time. But you can see for yourself where the flames are actually coming from. It's not from the back, it's not from the side, it's not from an impact. It doesn't appear to be from the front, at least not that I can tell. It is coming from the inside, so it does seem like this was perpetuated. This was done on purpose. This is extremely dangerous. And I don't know if anybody recalls, but right when I got hired on at the grocery outlet, one of the excuses for the managers not being able to get back to me in regards to my interview was that there was a fire. There was a dump truck, that was coming along in the alleyway that pulled out a bunch of phone lines, and then the dump truck caught fire. So this is a reoccurring theme. They've used it before. It's just this time they got caught using it, and I actually have the video footage. I was genius enough to catch it this time for myself, so you can all see how this is being done. But the part where it's going to get really, really crazy, this is probably where I'm going to lose a lot of people, to be honest, is the social engineering attack and the artificial intelligence. So somehow they've got like anti-matter, dark matter, anti-gravity, some sort of technology that puts them in a bubble outside of time and space as we know it. And when I say they, I'm talking about entertainers in Hollywood. So these movies that you see that they're making isn't the full scope. A lot of the times the actor is actually being computer generated. So when you hear people say that's not the real J-Lo, that's not the real Ben, that's not, well, what they're talking about partially is the target that they are trafficking. That's part of the reason why a lot of people say that's not the real them, or that they've been cloned, because it's actually energy harvesting, and the one that they're trafficking, the victim that they're trafficking, is the one that they're impersonating in these movies and in these films and on the red carpet and so on and so forth. And they have the ability to do this, like I said, outside of time somehow, using anti-gravity, antimatter, black matter, something, there's something going on. There's some sort of technology there that I can't quite fully research, because it's really not available to the public as we know it, and it does it redefines reality for these targets, because when they are being socially engineered, it could be in a movie that is an older movie. So like I said, I was really proud because we put on, I think it was Legion the other night, and it was raining. And as the movie started, it was raining in the movie as well. Now this is an old movie, but that is a social engineering attack. So somehow, I don't really know how, but they're able to do this. It's some sort of anti-gravity, some sort of, I guess you can even call it like time traveling. I don't know. But one of the things that I will say about hypnosis is, well, that's basically what this is trauma-based mind control. All of this street theater is a form of brainwashing, and brainwashing is a form of coercive control. But one thing that I will say about the hypnosis is that it does cause victims of severe hypnosis and brainwashing. It causes them to have temporary time lapse. That's very, very common. That's very normal.